Smoked Jalapeno Popper Burgers. Hey, welcome back to Smokin' and Drinkin'. I'm Mike, and today we are going to make smoked jalapeno popper burgers. Let's get started. So, for our jalapeno popper burgers, we have, for our ingredients, we've got 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, 80/20, and we have 4 ounces of cream cheese that's been softening here for about an hour. We have half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. We have the equivalent of 4 jalapeno peppers diced. I used the canned variety. I actually had some left over from another dish, so I'm just using the canned diced jalapenos. It's about a quarter cup. I have some diced and sauteed onions and 4 slices of bacon crushed into little pieces. I sauteed the onions in the bacon grease, so that ought to be really good. And then when we're done, we'll put it on a brioche bun. We'll have lettuce, tomato, and we might put some more slices of American cheese on top. But we've got our cast iron skillet here to sear the burgers after they've smoked and to toast the buns. So that is it for the ingredients. Oh, we're going to season it with some Traeger Brisket Rub. Traeger's not a sponsor. I just like their rubs. Got a little bit of that left. So, all right. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to mix up our beef, and then we're going to lay it out on parchment paper. We're going to put them really thin, and we're going to make 2 thin, about 1/4 inch burgers for each burger. We're going to lay one out. We're going to put the filling in them, and then we're going to put the other one on top and pinch the edges together so we have a stuffed burger. So we're going to have to get some parchment paper here in a minute, but let's get started. I'm just going to mix up the ground beef a little bit, and then we're going to add our seasoning right to the ground beef. It's a rub, but that's okay. It's nothing more than the seasoning. So you can add it right into the ground beef. It doesn't have to go on top. In fact, it's a little better to have it mixed in, I think. So it gets all the way throughout the meat, and it's about maybe 2 tablespoons. I don't know. You can see I didn't really measure. I just guessed, but just want to get your. It came in a tube, so rather than just roll out 2 tubes into a flat, I just want to mix them up, get the seasoning in there a little bit. All right, so that's mixed pretty well. So we're going to have to get our parchment paper. I forgot to get that out. So get our parchment paper out and get our hamburger rolled out into flat burgers. So get the parchment paper. I'll be right back. All right, we got our parchment paper. Might try the rolling pin. I don't know if that's going to work very well. This is kind of a new technique for me. Just going to roll it out. I might just press it out. I think that'll work better than the rolling pin. We want them pretty thin because we're going to double them up. So we want to make sure. Let's try this. Get them even anyway. Probably about 1/4 inch thick is what I'm going for here. This recipe will make 4 burgers, so they might be half-pound burgers, but that's pretty good. I'm not quite sure how big to make them. I have this little bowl I thought I'd use as a cookie cutter. I need 8, so that's going to be way too big. They're going to be bun sized, but they should be pretty fat. So let me get something a little smaller. All right, got my parchment paper out. Got my hamburger pressed out. And I think this coffee cup is going to be about the right size. So I kind of tested it and I got 7 of them there, but I think with the waste we can get that 8th one in there. So I'm just going to do this just like cookies. And press out. Well, it'll be 7 of them here. And then we'll make that 8th one out of the leftover. You don't have to do this. You could just roll out burgers with your hand, but I wanted to try this, see how it would work. And then they'll look nice. So we're just gonna, maybe some of them didn't quite cut all the way through. I'm being way too particular here, I think. You guys don't have to do this. In hindsight, I think it probably would have been easier just to make the burgers with my hands. And see, I've already broke one. That's okay. Nothing in the world is perfect, right? And by perfect, that's subjective. Maybe even things that have things that are not just symmetrical, or those are perfect too. But I'm rambling now. I'm going to get these pulled out of here. You don't have to watch me play with this the whole time. And then we'll be right back to move on to the next step. Be in just a minute. Okay. We need to mix up our filling. Slide this over. And we're going to put in our cream cheese. Hopefully that's pretty soft. Not bad. Cheese. We're going to add our cheddar cheese and our jalapenos, our 4 slices of crushed bacon. Love bacon. And our diced onions. It's about not quite a 1/4 cup of diced onions. That's whatever you like. The wife really likes diced onions. I like them too, especially sauteed in bacon grease. All right, then we're just gonna try and mix this all together. My cream cheese isn't as soft as I had hoped it would be, but we'll get it mixed up here. I want to get it all evenly mixed in, and as soon as we get that, then we'll fill our burgers. I'll put equal amounts in all 4 burgers, or 5. Okay, and then you just spoon it in there. You don't have to use your fingers. That's okay. Sometimes I wear gloves. I had them on for a little bit, but that's mostly just for easy cleanup. But not too worried about being overly sanitary. I wash my hands frequently. This is just for the family. I don't know many people who wear gloves to cook for their family, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Definitely going to have some leftover filling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now we need to do is put the other patty on top, pinch the edges, and then we'll be ready. I've got the smoker preheating at 220, and that should be about ready about the time we're done stuffing these. And they're going to be fat burgers. Most of that will melt down and look more like a regular burger. And yeah, I've got one. That other one will be for Mrs. Smoking and Drinking. I think we can get a little more filling in this one. Well, I go through a lot of paper towels, that's for sure. Should use this towel I've got. I don't know if you noticed, those of you who've watched my channel before, I've got an apron on. Usually I've got a t-shirt with a graphic tee, which I do, but you can't see it. Got this apron for Christmas, so thought I'd give it a try, and it's a good thing. I got bacon grease on there already, so thanks to the family for the apron. Okay, then we just want to kind of pinch the sides shut so all of that good filling doesn't just ooze out. Just kind of have to press them together. And once we're ready, we're just going to put these right on the smoker grill and smoke them for about 45 to 60 minutes. We'll see how long it takes. And then once they're done, we'll sear them in the cast iron skillet. So about 45 minutes in, when I check them, I'll put the skillet on there as well so that we can get that heating up. I want a nice hot skillet to sear the burgers. I like a little bit of a crispy sear to my burgers and my steaks too. So, all right, let's get these on a platter and out to the smoker. Okay, we've got our 5 stuffed jalapeno popper burgers ready to go to the smoker. We got one extra one for the missus, sans jalapenos, and let's get it out on the smoker. Okay, so we'll let that go. We'll let that go for about, well, we'll check it in 45 minutes to be sure. I added just a little more of the Traeger Brisket Rub, just for a little extra seasoning. We'll check back in about 45 minutes. All right, it's been about 45 minutes. Let's check the temperature on these. All right, got a temp up to 131. That's just where we need it. Wanted them to be at 130. Yeah, that one's, seems like this side of the smoker is always a little cooler, which makes sense. Yep, we're good to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our pan in here and get it started heating up. I'm going to go grab my flipper and we're going to sear these. Be right back. All right. Gonna have to make some room for the skillet here. So I just need to move some things around a little bit. Didn't plan very well. That should be enough room. So we can get that skillet down on the bottom shelf there. We're going to let that heat up some more, and then we're going to sear those burgers. Just a few minutes. Gotta have that back in there. All right, be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, we got our Traeger up to about 320 or so. I think we can get these on there for a good sear. All right, we're just gonna let those sear for a minute. And then when those are done, we'll close this. When those are done, we're gonna toast our buns on that same pan. Okay, got them seared them on both sides for a couple of minutes. So we're gonna get those off, and then we're gonna toast our buns real quick. And then, oh, that one kind of broke open. And a little sneak peek of what's in them. Okay. And then, just gonna get our buns on there. Put a little mayo on each side of each bun. Help give it that crispy toast to it. Make some room here without burning my fingers. All right, and that just takes a minute or so. I'm gonna close this to keep the heat up. And we're gonna get these in and get them plated. Oh boy, those look good, don't they? Let's let those buns toast for about 15 seconds, 30 seconds or so. We're gonna get them in and get them plated. All right, be right back. All right, buns should be done. Let's get them off, get them in and get it plated. All right, those look awesome. Let's get those plated up here. Buns didn't quite toast as well as I had hoped, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's take that one. That looks nice. And we're going to add some toppings to it. We're going to add a nice slice of tomato, some lettuce. Oh, should put the cheese on first. Get that cheese on there, get it melting. Get that on top. Let's get another one plated up here. Let's do, it was this one. Get some cheese. Actually, this one is a special one for Mrs. Smokin'. Get our slice of tomato and some nice piece of lettuce here. There All right, we got these plated up here. Let's cut into one of these and get a taste. Those look so good. Can't wait to get in there and get a taste. What is going on with this knife? There we go. Oh boy, look at that. We got the stuffing inside, everything's all melty and gooey. Got some juicy. Oh boy, leaving a little bit of a smoke ring there. Let's go ahead and get a taste here. Oh wow. Doesn't even matter that I forgot to put ketchup and mustard on it. It is so good, just like that. Got a little bit of a spice to it. It takes that cream cheese in there. It's cheesy and gooey, bacony. Wow. That about does it for the smoked stuffed jalapeno popper burgers. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Smokin' and Drinkin'. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss any of our future videos. And as always, Prost!